Think about the absolute limit of what a group of people can pull off. There is a point where you hit a wall, but occasionally you see a group that looks at that edge, challenges it, and crosses over. Look at New Zealand, a country of under 5 million people, yet they produce a rugby squad that has remained the best in the world for decades. Or consider the engineers on the ground during the Apollo missions. They put every talent they possessed on the line to bring a crew home across 200,000 miles of space in a damaged ship. Then there is the studio. 4 musicians wrote and recorded nearly 200 songs that changed the sound of the 20th century, and they did it all in just 8 years. And on the gridiron, you have a dynasty that spent 20 years raising the bar every single season, forcing the rest of the league to play catch-up to a mark that kept moving. These groups did not just win games or launch products. They pushed the boundaries of their fields so far that the old limits simply ceased to apply. When we talk about how these groups function, the standard advice is usually the same. You have to lose yourself to the team. We are told that to achieve a singular goal, you have to melt your own identity into the collective. But giving in to a group identity is actually a mistake. If everyone is only halfway in, suppressing their own ideas to keep the peace, the output remains safe and unremarkable. The reality inside these rooms is louder. You have incredibly talented, highly opinionated people standing up, saying, "I am here," and actively bumping up against one another. They argue, they fight over the ideas. That friction is how they take rough, raw concepts and polish them until they come out as something finished and beautiful. So, if elite performance requires this kind of intense individual collision, there must be a specific internal structure that keeps the group together under the pressure. Before a group can operate at that level, the people inside must make a choice. They have to step forward and play their unique part rather than disappearing into the background. Bringing your full, unpolished self to the table is risky. When you commit your skills entirely, your reputation and your talent are directly on the line. The only thing that makes that risk possible is trust. It acts as the team's center of gravity. It is the simple knowledge that I can rely on you and you on me. It is the courage to make a mistake, knowing the team is there to catch you rather than criticize you. Trust is the mechanism that takes the friction of unique individuals and converts it into safe, productive momentum. Building this environment starts with communication. This requires sharing information openly and honestly. When people are kept in the loop and surprises are minimized, transparency builds the first layer of confidence between team members. On top of that, you need a personal connection. We spend roughly 10,000 days of our lives working. When team members have a sense of belonging and know their teammates value them, they consistently deliver on their commitments. The final requirement is a shared commitment. This means aligning around common goals. The group owns the results together, celebrating wins and learning from losses as a single unit, rather than turning on each other when things get difficult. When communication, connection, and commitment are present, they create the psychological safety needed for a team to operate at its highest potential. Once this bedrock of trust is finalized, the team no longer needs to rely on external markers or look at what their competitors are doing to know if they are succeeding. They become willing to step into territory that has no map. You see this in the development of the Macintosh. The team was operating in a vast unknown, building something for which no previous marker existed. The ultimate indicator of an elite team is that they cross over the old limits, and then they forget those limits ever existed. They stop seeing the line and start seeing another target. They celebrate the breakthroughs they've made, but they refuse to be satisfied by them. They keep heading out, still pushing that edge further. By breaking through those invisible lines, these teams do more than just win. They mark a new path, showing everyone else exactly how far the bar can be raised.